No, I haven't. I'm sure I'd crash it. Oh, I don't know.
Robert!
No, you want to go do that now?
All you got to do is
Some of them are all right.
I know, I make more airplanes.
Where's your commentary?
Just give you some idea what's going to happen.
Before you start speaking, you mean?
Before I start talking, yeah.
Always want a barrett.
There's another radio modeller in the club that's been in the club as long as I have in radio modelling, and that's Paul. And that's where Paul and I started flying model aircraft. And in them days, a luxury transmitter was a 4-channel. You had the rudder, throttle, aileron, da-da-da. And that was a luxury piece of kit. Prior to that, when I started it, it was a 2-channel thing in a little plastic box with a little whip aerial with 2 buttons. One to switch it on and off, 2 to press it to go once to go left, press it twice to go right, with an ECC 83 as a driver and PA. And that's how I started.
Friend of mine had one.
It takes HD video at 1280. It'll take up to 4K video, but the problem is my laptop is a 64-bit and doesn't run at that speed, so it looks pretty rough. So that's the camera. Monitoring, it sends a signal to a transmitter which is picked up on here. It works at 5.8 gigs as a receiver, and you'll see the colour pictures coming off there, which will be transmitted by the camera. Also, if anybody wants to put them on, you can put these on, and this is what they call FPV. You may have heard the phrase, first person view. And this is what's caused the CIA a lot of problems, because what some people have done, they just put them on, flew, took off, disappeared, out of sight, and you will have coverage of up to 3 or 4 kilometres looking at what the camera can see. And of course, because of that, there's been accidents, the things run out, and there's been a lot of danger. So the regulations are, I can use this, but I've got to have somebody next to me, like a pilot, to also see the plane as well. That's the requirement of the CIA. But we're not going to go that far, but I'm just showing you what they look like.
I think that tiny eye got a light on it.
Yeah.
Lights as well.
Sorry, Mark.
Ron here shows me, that's my cockpit view there, so I know the battery level, the height, and everything can read off there. So that's telemetry telling me what's going on.
See the Red Baron.
It's coming down now. It's coming down.
That's one of his feathers, Geoff.
Where we connect the rope to the drone. Take the rope right nice and high. I fly over a tree. I release the rope, and hopefully the rope should land at the back of the tree with a bolt at the end of the rope, which will help anybody in the future that wants to do a long wire off a high tree. Because I can tilt the camera, I can get over the tree and see the tree from. There you go.
There you go.
Let's see where it is.
Well, you're not on last night, Roger?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it's 19.
I didn't get what I've been waiting Let's see if Steve Is it?
I think he was going to bring one of his guests, but I don't think that happened.
Phil?
Right, is everybody clear the road? Picture on the screen. Yeah, all right. Go for it.
Roger, come back!
Let's go!
That was only about 6 foot from the other side of his car. That'd have dented a bit, wouldn't it? Just. Only just, yeah.
Compass.
When it was area.
Roger's holding the string. I think I was losing control of it. He was holding the bloody thing down.
You need to put the camera back on.
Something just flagged thing, as you picked it up.
Well, there was a tail, I think, so you had
Black screen.
Did you get it all?
2.4.
There's another one there.
That's 2.4.
Yeah, what's the aerial for the video link?
The area for the video is this at 5.8 gigs. Where is it? Here. That's 5.8 gigs. That one.
I was experimenting with
2.4 and 5.8.
But you think with line of sight like we were, the video was very choppy.
It was very choppy because the aerial I've got on this is a very old primitive whip aerial.
Yeah, that isn't. That probably needs to be one of those.
If I had a matching antenna for that, it would have been a lot better. But I don't use it. I just use it for. I don't use it for video recording and such. I use it to get in position, and then I let the camera take a still picture. Yeah. The quality of the still picture is superb out of these.
This is your website, Geoff, on
this wonderful craft, and Geoff G4ODC demonstrating it. I think you can see why we needed to wait to have Geoff do this, because I know you can buy these for 20, 30 pounds or so, but it does take experience to really shoot this sort of thing, and to do it safely, very importantly, when we've got everybody around. So, Geoff, thank you very much indeed for coming today. Would you like to take a few questions? I'm sure you're going to have a few questions, people, before you maybe show the video. Have we got some questions for Geoff? And I mean, I've got a question. I'm sure it's I have to ask. Is it rude to ask how much roughly that costs?
This is quite an old one. The DJI Phantoms that are on the market now, there's all different versions of it, about £400 or £500. This one had to be built as a kit. It was built by a chap called Joe in the local model shop here in Norwich, at Catton Grove. He built it for me, tested it, calibrated it. The kit itself, as you see it, was about 12. The transmitter's about 5. The camera's about 5. So you can look about a couple of grand.
I was going to say we had 2 noughts of those. Everybody's rushing down to the shop to get them. But there are some very cheap ones available, aren't there?
Some very good ones about. Yeah.
Are they any good? The ones at 50?
I don't know. I know there are some of them now they can track the person, so a guy can set his drone up, get on his bike and go kart racing or down in dips, and the drone will follow him wherever he goes, videoing at the same time. So this hasn't got that capability.
That's amazing.
I just finished the landing. I should have brought on tonight, really, shouldn't I?
What's it doing in the car then, Geoff?
Because she's got one off her sister the weekend.
Oh, no.
I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
You see this new waterproof one called the